Hi guys, Richard Butler, Video Community Manager here at PitchGrant. Really excited today to show you Odus.ai, our new chatbot lifetime deal. If you've already taken our course on bots, you will have a good idea of what a bot can do. If not, I'd recommend to enroll in that course. What I want to bring you through today is how to set up your first bot. Now we're going to break this into a number of lessons as usual. So let's get straight into it and see how you sign up. So go into Start Free 14-Day Trial. It will then ask you to either sign in with Facebook or sign in with Google. Now the first thing you must do is agree to the terms and then click Sign in with Facebook, and it will ask you to grant permission to Odus to access Facebook. So I'm going to go Continue. I'm going to choose the pages that I wanted to actually manage, and I click on Next. And I make sure that I put all of these options as yes. I click on Done, and then I click OK, and I get into the Odus interface. You'll see I have a couple of test bots here. The first thing to do is go to Billing, go down here to Promo Code, and paste in your promo code here. When you apply your promo codes, that will obviously unlock depending on the level that you've actually bought. This is the first thing. Now let me just go back to Odus here. And we see here that I have a chatbot, and we see it's had 24 users. And then you see that I have another chatbot here. Now, in the next video, what I want to show you is how to create a chatbot. Guys, welcome to this video. Richard Butler, Video Community Manager here at PitchGrant. In my last video, I showed you how to sign up for an account and apply a promo code. Now, this is where I left you on creating a chatbot. So let's create a new bot. I can either click on the plus sign here or on Create Bot. So I'm going to click on the plus sign. Now, the first thing you're going to be asked is choose a language, and you have two options at the moment, English or Russian. Then choose a business area, and I'm going to say this is for customer service. And then it says enter in your corporate email. So that is the email that you actually signed up with. So let me just click on Create Assistant. Now, let's go over the basics here. There's a welcome message. When the bot starts, it gives a welcome message. So let me just put in a message here. I'll just pause this. Okay, so I've put in my welcome message here. Hi, this is Richard Bot. I'm Richard's personal assistant, and I'm here to help. First message they'll see, I'll click on Save. Now the second constant that we have, which is called a constant, is the unexpected message. When the bot doesn't know how to answer something, it comes up with this message. So I'm just learning, so please maybe ask me the question another way, as I did not understand it. I click on Save. Those are the two messages that are constant, that are always shown at the beginning and when the bot doesn't know how to answer the question. So let's go into dialogues here. Now we have a number of things here. We have the builder, which is where you build the bot. We have tags, where you can actually tag certain content so certain answers will come up. And then you have forms, which you use to get people to book one of your services. Now the first thing that's really important is to understand what you want the bot to do. So I'm going to have a very simple bot that is going to understand when people ask about coaching and when they ask about pricing of coaching. Just those two things to start the bot off, and then you can build it into more advanced. What I found is that, like everything, if you try and do everything on the first go, well then it's just going to become very complicated. So let's start with that. Now we have a new key intent. This is the sort of questions that they could ask. So I'm going to say that the first thing that somebody might ask is hi, hello, or hola. And I'm going to click on Save. I can click in here, and if I just go back, I'm just going to edit this key intent, and I'm going to call this intro. And I click on Save. Now I click on the plus, and I have two things that I can do. I can give an answer back to the person, or I can go to a form, which at the moment, if they say hello and I say book, well then book a coaching session, it's a bit too soon. So let me create an answer block here. So I'm going to edit this, and I'm going to call this reply to greeting. And I click add variant, and I'll fill in an answer here, and I'll say, hi there. How can I help? And I click on Save. Now, there's a number of options. There's text, there's button, and function, but for now we're just going to look at text, and I click on Save. Now, once I've replied to the greeting, I click on the plus sign, and there's now three possible things that can happen. They can give me another answer, I can create a form, or there can be an intent. An intent is like another question they will ask. Now you'll see that there's a red dot here, and that means that the logical structure hasn't been finished. So I've created an intent, but I haven't given an answer to that question. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to create some answers here. So I click into it here, possible questions. How much is a coaching session? How long is a coaching session? What is coaching? Okay, so there's 3 possible questions that I'm saying that they can actually ask me. So I click on save, I go back here, and I call this coaching. Now I have to add the answer to this. Now the problem is, how does the bot know what is a coaching session and what is the price, etc.? Well, this is where I'm going to go into tags, and I'm going to create some tags, and I'm going to call the first one what is coaching, and I'm going to add values here that could come up. What is coaching? Coaching, explain coaching. And you'll see why I'm going to do this in a second. The price of coaching. So I'm going to type in the tag price, and the possible values that somebody might use are cost, price, maybe how much. So I go back to my builder and I go here to coaching, and I'm going to start to tag things here. So how much is a coaching session? So much I'm going to tag with price. So what is coaching? I'm going to tag with this one here, what is coaching? And I didn't put in one for length. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to get rid of how long is the coaching session. I'm just going to leave it at 2 questions there, and I click on save. Now I click on the plus and I have an answer, and I put in add variant. So if the tag is what is coaching, I'm going to put in coaching is a method of helping people discover the answer to the problem, and I click on save. I could add another tag here. So if somebody had why coaching, it would give the same answer. But for now, I don't want to do that. I want to add another variant, which is the price. So if somebody mentions the word price, I'm going to put in each coaching session is 1 hour long and costs $60 per hour. And I'm going to click save there. So I click on save. Let me just go back and I'll just put in the titles here. Now, the reason for putting those titles in is because it just makes it easier to see what is actually happening. So let's just check that bot now. Let's just see what happens. So I'm going to go train the bot. That is really important because that just gets the bot ready for use on your website or on Facebook. So let me just pause the video while this is training. Okay, so the bot has been trained. So if I just move myself over here for 1 second, I want to go to configure, and you'll see it says my channels are empty here. So the first thing I want to do is I want to create the widget to put this bot on my domain. So I'm going to put this on richardbutler.coach, and I'm going to say generate code, and this code comes up here. What do? I simply click on copy code, and I put that on my website. So in the next video, what I want to show you is how to put this code on your website, and then what will happen when we actually use the bot. Hi guys, welcome back to this video. I'm Richard Butler, Video Community Manager here at PitchGround. Now, I'm in my WordPress dashboard, and where I left you in the last video is we had created a very simple bot. I had generated some website code, and now I want to paste it into my WordPress site. Now I've found, if I just move myself over here for 1 second, that the best plugin to use is HFCM, which allows you to add snippets to anywhere on your WordPress site and exclude certain pages or exclude certain posts, or add it to everything. So if I just click here, and let me just move myself there, I'm going to say add snippet. And what I can do here is I can give this snippet a name, and I can call this chatbot. I can say it's site-wide, which is what I wanted to do. And then I paste in the code here exactly as I got it. And I make sure the status is active, and I click on save. So if I go into a new browser window, and I'll go into a private browser window, I should see that the bot will actually appear. Now, what you'll see is that I have this great little icon down here, which is the bot. And if I click on this, I get my welcome message. Remember the message that I put up? You remember this was the constant message that is the first message that comes up. So I'm just going to type in hi. The bot will come back. Hi there, how can I help? And I'm going to say, what is coaching? And it comes back. Coaching is a method of helping people discover the answer to the problems. Each coaching session is 1 hour long and costs $60 per hour. Now, by the looks of it, something has gone wrong with the bot because it shouldn't be answering those two questions. So the next thing that we need to do is we need to go back, we need to analyze the bot, and we have to see why is it answering that question with the two answers. Because if I put in how much is coaching, again, it comes back with those two answers. So there's obviously a little issue there which we have to look at. So in the next video, we're going to go back, we're going to analyze the bot to see what went wrong. Hi guys, Richard Butler, Video Community Manager here at PitchGround. So in the last video, I left you on my website with my bot, and my bot had decided it didn't want to work properly because what it was doing was it was picking up the two answers here and displaying those, which is not what I wanted. So I need to see whether there was an issue or did I do something wrong here. So let's go back and let's just have a look at this part here. So how much is a coaching session and what is coaching? Now, one was tagged with price, the other was tagged with what is coaching. So those are possible questions. And the coaching answers that I gave here were what is coaching and price. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one here. I'm going to click on save, and I'm just going to add another answer here. And this answer is going to be called what is coaching. So the answer is here. So I'm going to save that, and I'm just going to click on save there, and I'm going to call this what is coaching. So again, the best thing for me to do is to train the bot again, and then that will allow me just to check the bot on my website. So when you're starting off, this is one of the things you have to do. You have to train and retrain the bot just to make sure it answers the questions correctly. Okay, so the bot has been retrained. So let me just go over to Safari again. Let me go to that window that I had. And let me just reload the bot. And let's see if this works now. So I click on the bot. I go, hi. It comes up, how can I help you? And I say, what is coaching? Now, what you see is that it's coming up with coaching is a method of helping people discover the answer to their problems. What is coaching? Great question. So it still seems to be picking up the old answer, which is okay. But obviously it'd be better just with the one answer. And then the other one is, how much is a coaching session? Now, you can see that there is still a problem here, because now what it's doing is it's picking up both of those here. So we need to investigate, and as I say, I'm doing this to show you the possible challenges that can come up. So if we go back to my questions here, let's have a look. How much is a coaching session? What is coaching? Do you see what's happened here? That I've just had what is coaching, and I haven't put in an answer for the price. So let me just delete this, and I'm going to put this one in as a tag, price, fill in the answer, and this, the price of each coaching session is $60. So what I'd actually done, and the problem that I had was that I'd actually put in two answers that were tagged as what is coaching, and I hadn't tagged one for price. So if I save that, I go back to train the bot, and once that's saved, I'm going to reload my website and everything should work absolutely perfect. Okay, so the bot has been retrained again, and let me just go back to my website. Let me just reload the website, and let's try that. So let me click here. Let me type in hi. So what is coaching? And it comes up. Now again, you see that there's a problem here because it's still coming up with the two answers. So if I go back to my bot, here's where I think the problem is, that the word coaching is here and the word coaching is here as well. Even though I put in the word much, it's still coming up like that. So I think I need to go in and I need to change the tags a little bit, and I need to work on that. So that's what we'll be doing in the next video. I'll be fixing up the tags and I'll be showing you how to fine-tune your bot. So again, a really good learning experience for all of us, because if we don't tag the bot correctly, well, it's garbage in, garbage out. What we feed into the bot, it's going to feed out. If we don't train it correctly, well, then we're going to have these problems. So I'll see you in the next video. Hi guys, welcome back to this video. I'm Richard Butler, Video Community Manager here at PitchGround. Now, as you may have realized, the first bot we created just didn't work. It kept throwing up the incorrect answers for the questions that we had asked. Now, as always, the problem is that it is garbage in, garbage out. If you create the bot incorrectly, well, then the output that you're going to get is going to be incorrect. So it's very, very important that what you do is you plan out your bot. So what I've actually done here on this sheet here is I planned out the bot a lot better. And I've broken things off into branches, and I'm going to show you how to build this structure. So there's two branches here that I've looked at. One is, for example, what is coaching? And the second is, what is the price of coaching? And I've built them out like that. So tags are words that you can group together to help the bot know what the person is talking about. So I'm going to create a couple of tags, and I'm going to call, one is called pricing. The second one I'm going to call information. And the third one I'm going to call booking. Nope, not cooking, but booking. Okay. And I'm not going to put anything in the intents here, because this will come as I build a bot. So the first thing is a new key intent. And the possible questions, so remember, the first thing is not the new key intent, the first thing is the constants. So let's go in and get that constant. So I am Richard's personal bot. How can I help you? And the unexpected message, I am not quite sure what you mean. Can you ask again? Okay, so in case they have any problems there. So I save both of these. Now I go to the builder. So new key intent is going to be possible questions. Hi. Hello. Good day. And I save that. Now I call this entry point, for example. And I save that. And then I click on the plus and I put in an answer block. And this one I'm going to call reply to greeting. And I'm referring back to the plan I made, reply to greeting. So the possible answer here would be, hi, how can I help? And I click on save, and I click on save that. Now, the next thing is I want to have an intent. And this intent would be that the person may want to ask, for example, that I have here, the price of coaching. And remember, the red dot means that the logic hasn't been finished here. So let me just drag this out here. And this one is going to be called price of coaching. And what is the price of coaching? How much is the coaching? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the word price. I'm going to choose a tag, and I'm going to say pricing. And for how much, I'm also going to choose pricing, and I'm going to save that. Now, what do I want here? I want an answer to this. So the answer is going to be price per hour. And I click in a variant, and I say if the tag pricing is brought up, and this is where we need to be careful, and this is where the other bot didn't work correctly. I need to say price and then fill in the answer. So this is the keyword I highlighted. The price of each session is $60. Now, I also want to say, well, if the tag pricing, if the word how much is used, also give that answer. Okay, so that's the price per hour. And then here I want to add another intent, and this is the question that the person may ask of, what is coaching? So the possible questions are, what is coaching? Can you explain coaching? Tell me about coaching. Okay, and I click on save. And again, I want to put in an answer here. So this is answer to coaching. Let me just spell that correctly. Add variant. And I'm going to say that if people are looking for information and the value is. Now, why does it say any? Because what I haven't done here is I haven't highlighted the words. So I'm going to say what is information, explain, information, tell me about. So tell me. And I just hover over that. Sometimes it just takes a second for it to come up. Okay, so here we are, information, save. Now, in my answers here, I say information, if it's what is, coaching is, okay, I click on save, and I say if information is explain, or if information is tell me, these are the answers that I'll get. Okay, so that is our basic bot there. Now, we're going to, in the next video, we'll look at how to connect up a form to that. So let's just train the bot, and this will take a little while, so I'll just pause the video. Okay, so the bot has been trained. Let me just go to configure, and I'm going to configure this bot on my website. So I'm going to get rid of the other one that I had, and I'm going to copy this, and let me just go back to my website. So here I am back in my website. I'm going to get rid of this code here, and I'm going to paste in that one. I'm going to update, and like I like to do, I'm just going to open in a private window, and let's have a look at this bot. So the last time that we created the bot, we had problems that it was giving us the wrong answers. So let's start off and say hi. Price of coaching. Okay, so then I say, what is coaching? Now, we do need to be careful. You see that sometimes as it starts to learn, it'll discover sort of the ins and outs of what you're trying to say. So at the moment, it's still learning here. So if I put in how much is coaching, and again, it's not quite sure there how much is coaching. So this is still in the learning phase. Okay, the price of each session is 60. Now, the way I'm going to expand on this bot is I'm going to have it so that after somebody has asked how much coaching is, it will ask them if they'd like to book a session. So I'll see you in the next video.